articles and thoughts on Vedanta by His Holiness Shri Sachidanandendra Saraswati Mahaswamiji, Adhyatma Prakash Karyalaya, Hode Narsipura, Karnataka, India. Nor can the object cease to exist merely because cognition is of the same form as the object. For this very reason, the invariable concomitance of the object and the idea is to be concluded to be due to the fact that the object is the occasional cause and the idea the resultant effect. Now, let us continue the 74th point. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Moreover, when we have experiences like the knowledge of a pot or the knowledge of a piece of cloth, there is difference of a pot or a cloth, but not of the knowledge differentiated as in the case of white cow or a black cow, where the genus cow is identical even while the colors differ. Therefore, here also the object and its cognition are different. Similar is the case with the perception and the memory of a pot, where the pot remains the same while perception and memory are different. In the same way, as the qualities of milk, such as smell or taste, differ, even while the substance remains identical. Moreover, two different cognitions, 75th point, which exhaust themselves by self cognition cannot cognize each other, whence their teaching that two cognitions are different from each other. That the cognitions have the property of the momentariness, individual characteristics defining a thing or characteristics common to many things, doctrine of the antecedent idea bearing its impressions on the consequent one, the evil of avidya, the property of one thing as existing and that of another as not existing, the doctrine of bondage and release, etc., taught in the scriptures of the Vijnanavadins themselves will have to be abandoned. 76th point. Besides the opponent who admits the existence of this idea or that to exist has to tell us why he does not admit external objects such as a pillar or a wall. Buddhist, simply because an idea is actually experienced, Vedantin, then it is reasonable to admit the existence of an external object since that is cognized too. Buddhist, but Vijnana being of a luminous nature is self cognized, but this is not the case with the external objects also. Vedantin, you are prepared to admit that a thing objectifies itself as fire burning itself, which is against all reason. But do not admit a self known fact, not self contradictory, to wit, that an external object is experienced by a cognition distinct from it. This is really displaying an unusual erudition indeed, nor is an idea, even if not distinct from an object, known by itself, for this very reason that a thing cannot objectify itself without a self contradiction. Buddhist. But if it be granted that a cognition is cognized, then that other cognitions will have to be taken to be objectifiable by another, and that too by another, thus leading to an infinite regress. And besides, whoever conscious of another cognition objectifying cognition, which is luminous, grants that matter without any need whatever, since both being luminous by same and grants that matter without any need whatever, since both being luminous by nature, one cannot reveal another in any sense. Then Vedanta says, both of these arguments are futile. For once the idea is cognized, there would be no question of something else to cognize that the witness who reveals it. The witness and the concept being altogether different by nature, as a seer and a seen. Witness and the concept. And the witness is of an undeniable nature, being self established as he is. Moreover, you ascertain that Vijnana reveals itself like a lamp of light, virtually amounts to saying the Vijnana is not known through any means of valid knowledge without any knower whatever, which is very much like saying that 1,000 lamps emit light within a boulder. Next, Buddhist. Quite so, for you are only approving our own view that Vijnana is of the nature of intuition. Vedantin, not so, for there is another knower who is endowed with the organ of sight, who sees the shining of the light. There it has to be concluded that Vijnana, also being of the nature of something to be revealed, it shines only in the presence of a knower. Buddhist, when you postulate that the witness is self established, you are virtually resorting to our own view that Vijnana is self-luminous. Vedantam. No, for you hold that Vijnana has birth, destruction, plurality and other specific features. That is why we have argued that Vijnana also has to be revealed by a different knower, like a lamp light. Next point we shall see in the next session. Hare Rama, Sadguru Charanarpitamastu. Om Tat Sat.